Thomas Jefferson said, "I have sworn upon the altar of Almighty God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man." I want you to think about that statement. I'm going to say it again. I have sworn upon the altar of Almighty God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. Thomas Jefferson. For those of you who don't know, Thomas Jefferson was perhaps the most fire-breathing, mad, determined libertarian and cohesive fighting spirit next to George Washington within our founding fathers. As a mystical order, we treat each of our founding fathers as a separate, welcome spirit within the Grand Order of Draco Slayers. We have altars to all of them. And we do as much work as we can with each of them. And Thomas Jefferson has been flowing through us for now at least the last couple weeks. And I think for a little bit, this channel got away from its original purpose in sort of a let's introduce, which I still want to do. Let's introduce Kabbalistic and ceremonial magic in the true way, in the attainment towards liberty and highest fulfillment and potential way, and not the pedophilic, disgusting, shit-dripping, Luciferian current that has corrupted much of the other magical lodges because of the work of Aleister Crowley, because of the work of Albert Pike, these satanic fuckfaces, that I wanted to begin to reintroduce that power, that oneness, and knowing that you stand with the Prime Creator. Fear goes. Fear is gone. I wanted to reintroduce Wicca as the powerful religion of our European ancestry. All right? I wanted to re-bring that back because I strongly dislike when people see me as a Caucasian male and assume that I am a Christian. Pisses my shit off. I don't get angry at them, but I go, wow, such a powerful tradition we have. Why all the work to suppress it? They must not want us to get close to something. So what did they do? They gave you this hyper-feminized, let's castrate the men in honor of some giant on-the-rag goddess who loves to see men crumpled on their knees, groveling towards what probably is a giant, obese, man-hating woman. That's Wicca these days, guys. That's New Age Wicca. Disgusting. Hagfest. No, not the true way. Not the way where you had a powerful, wild male deity honoring and unequal and in no way ever showing domestic violence against a hard-loving, hard-living, hard-partying, wild, sexually liberated goddess. That's Ing and Inga right there. That's Wicca. None of this ugly troll in a cave Gaia, who's not an intelligence per se, is more of a function given limited intelligence, and we've talked about that. Her womb is the astral. So this is the things that I wanted to introduce, but we kind of got away from it because, well, we got away from the original point of this channel. And the original point of this channel was to kick the shit out of the Illuminati, to use their magical order that they have taken from you, stolen from you, taking your heritage, taking your ancestral gifts, taking your hopes, taking your dreams, taking your freedom, and locked them away and called you a fucking slave. How does that make you fucking feel? You love that? You love being a slave? You love being a pedophilic play toy to these crusty, limp-dicked, 2-inch penis, 80-year-old crustoids that get on their knees to reptilian entities? Do you love that? Do you love the fact that your money has been taken from you? That you've been co-opted in a giant Faustian pact? Does that turn you on? Do you love just laying there like a she-bitch Kaya going, oh, Rockefeller, give it to me. Give it to me, Rockefeller. Do you love that? Because that's what most of America acts like. Submissive, on their knees, asses in the air, just give it to me vessels. That's what most of America acts like. And that's why founding fathers are rolling over in their graves going, what the hell? We gave you the spine, the balls, the heart, and the brain to keep this republic, and look what the fuck happened. You shit on it. You pissed it away. That's what happened. You let that pedophilic religion, Christianity, come in and cut your nuts off. All these Christian warriors, where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you? You're nowhere. Bunch of Zionistic, neocon assholes worrying about a bunch of Muslims who did nothing. 9/11 inside job, motherfuckers. 9/11 Mossad. 9/11 Zionistic Israel. Co-opted CIA. That's what we're against. All you Christian warriors, please. Please. If you would have been anything, if you would have done anything, we wouldn't be here now. All of a sudden, oh, we're going to get America back. Yep. Love baby Jesus. Yeah, exactly. Retard. Now it's our turn. Our turn. Our turn to actually make something happen. Our turn because the strength of our ancestors are flowing back to us. Because we're opening the door. Because we're reclaiming it. We're calling back Ing and Inga. We're calling back Odin. We're calling back Thor. We're calling back Hercules. We're calling back St. George. We're calling back Siegfried. We're calling back all the mighty dragon slayers of the past. We're gonna set it fucking right. I am so fucking pissed right now. I can hardly contain myself. I am a big, strong, angry Norwegian berserker. And I am ready to rip some fucking heads off. That's my fighting spirit. So, we're going to get back to the original intent. I have given you the consecration and formulation of the astral sword. I have given you the formulation of the spiritual armor. Please begin to use it. I have tons of emails from people going, I'm fighting reptilians. Good, keep at it. Because they've co-opted the astral plane. The astral plane, what happens on the astral plane becomes the physical world. I've said this in almost every fucking video. It's so important, okay? Absolutely vital. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring you something that's directly from my family line. This isn't in a book, no co-opted, Illuminati run, New Age bullshit, crystal and unicorn store is going to have it. I'm going to give it to you. Why am I going to give it to you? Because I want you to use it. I don't want this to end up on some torrent, super download, a bunch of occult bullshit knowledge. This is usable, functional stuff that I've used. This is usable, functional stuff that my ancestors used. So I'm going to start letting out, because I want people to reintroduce themselves to their higher selves. I want people to just ignite the astral world and ignite the physical world with their passion. All right? Thomas Jefferson said, "I have sworn upon the almighty altar of God eternal hostility towards every tyranny over the mind of men." Man, that should be your anthem. That should be your fighting spirit's fuel right there. So I'm going to introduce part of, they're not totems, they're animal spirits of my particular family lineage. All right? There's the bear, the boar, the rabbit, the horse, the eagle, the rooster, the wolf, and the goose. And today I introduce the goose. The goose is the fighting spirit of our family's fighting spirit. Yeah, I mean, it's the embodiment of the fighting spirit. I love this picture. Angered Goose has had quite enough of your shit crockery. Well, fuck yeah, he has. All right, my family line were famous for their usage of what's called the goose wing axe. All you got to do is Google image search that, and you'll see what exactly that thing could do. Famous for it. Famous for it. Limb hackers. Head takers. That was the weapon of my family line, and it is so in my spirit. I want to give that to you. I want to give others that chance to weld that kind of spirit. The goose is a fighter. It is a family protector. It is community, where the eagle sits upon the tree and looks out across the entire world. It's on a different plane. The goose sits at the roots of the tree, next to the pond. This is a type of creation story that's within my family line. The goose watches over the community. The eagle watches over the world. Different perspectives, but you're watching over. The goose knows its neighbors. The goose knows its family. The goose knows its friends. Very personal. Looks at the smaller details. Is the water clean? I don't know, let's find out. What's living in our water? I'm gonna find out. Who are you? Why are you next to my fucking pond? I'm gonna check you out. Do I like you? Alright, you're in. If not, I'm gonna rip your fucking nuts off. That's the goose. Okay? The eagle, much broader perspective. The goose, much more narrow perspective. Narrow in the sense of close-knit communities. This is where we gotta start. You gotta be a warrior in your close-knit communities. You got to start at the local level. You got to look at what your mayor's doing. You got to look at what your sheriff is doing. Okay? You got to look at what your city's elected officials are doing. Are they okay with a bunch of fucking foreign companies coming over here and spying on America? If they are, vote them the fuck out. Okay? You don't like what they're doing? If you're old enough, why not get yourself elected? Or at least run. Alright? Do what we do. We host major screenings of very good videos of how 9/11 was an inside job, of exposing the New World Order. We create communities within our closest circles. We take over the libraries. We spread information out there. That's what the Goose is about. In close quarters combat, that's the Goose. Okay? I want you to start meditating on the goose. I am releasing my family's goose spirit out to anyone who wants it. This is the picture that you'll use. Visually connect with that goose. Tell it you want. I'm not going to give you its name because that's going to come out later. But tell that goose you want it to be part of your fighting spirit. Use that anger, that interpersonal connectivity of the spirit of the goose. It's a fighter. It'll fuck shit up. That's what it does. But it protects you, and it loves its community, and it loves freedom. Anything that's not against its freedom, it's fine. It's free to go. All right? America is about liberty. America is about freedom. All right? The old horribly sick quote that I hate but I love so much because it illustrates things. Americans used to roar for liberty like lions. Now they bleat like fucking sheep for security. Christian sheep. There's no Jesus. He's not going to come be your sheep protector. Alright? Fuck him. If you want to be Jesus, unleash your inner hero. That's the way it rolls. Meditate on the goose. Get back to me.